Welcome back to the channel. I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone that watched my last video. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But I noticed that some of you watched it, but you are yet to subscribe to the channel. Please do well to subscribe to the channel. We want to grow so that the message can reach, can get to as many people as possible. So right now, before you start watching my video, please click the subscribe button. It's actually free to subscribe, support an upcoming person, and God bless you as you do that. So today I'm going to be talking about cost of immigrating to the UK. So let me just say this. So people leave their home country, they actually leave their jobs. Some people have actually been on jobs for like 8-10 years, and they pack up their life savings, so to speak, their life savings to be honest, and go to the UK or any other country for that matter to study. They pay as much as £16,000, like in my own case. That is, I don't know how much it is now in Nigeria, to be about maybe almost 30 or more than 30 million. But at that time, let's say it was about 10 million naira or more to pay on school fees. And that's not just the cost. You have the cost of, flying to the place, which is very expensive. You also have the cost of living generally, because you don't expect to find a job like immediately you land in that place. So these are things that people sacrifice to go to these places. To what end? You ask yourself, like, why am I doing this? The reason is because most people are thinking that this is a way of escape for them from their home country. They are escaping from the bad governance, they are escaping from the bad environment, they are escaping for their life literally, to go somewhere and give them and their children a better opportunity at life. At least most people say, I'm traveling because of my children, but really sometimes we're actually traveling because of ourselves. So we go there because we think, okay, maybe this is like a means to an end, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, to be honest. Immigration has been for a very long time, and people have always left their own country to another country for a search of a better life, and it's not a bad thing. That is the truth. But today I'm going to be talking about the things immigrants face, especially international students in the UK, in trying to stay in the UK. So what are the options you have after you finish your school in the UK? One, the government, like the reason why there was like a massive exodus of people going to that part of the country in the last 2-3 years was because they returned back what they call the postgraduate work visa. So after your studies, you're entitled to 2 years work permit, and that permit is supposed to help you to work during that time and probably be able to change your visa to another visa. But the truth is, what is the cost of this permit? How much does it cost? One, and how easy is it to actually change this visa to a visa where you can actually work in the UK and stay for as long as you want? This work permit is supposed to be like a transition visa to lead you into what we call something that will make you to attain indefinite leave to remain in the UK and eventually maybe apply for citizenship at a point. So what does indefinite leave to remain means? It means that you have opportunity to live, to work, to study in the UK as long as you want. You can apply for benefits if you want. You can apply for government assistance. A lot of programs will be available to you when you get your ILR. So that is the end goal of everyone. An average international student will finish their school apply for postgraduate work permits, which is 2 years, and within the 2 years hope to change to a skilled worker visa, which will last for about 5 years. And after 5 years you can now apply for what we call the indefinite leave to remain. But the truth is, how easy is this? For me, I think it is very difficult. A lot of people will successfully, maybe almost everyone will successfully transition into what we call skilled worker or a visa that will lead them to indefinite leave to remain. But I would say just about 10 to 20%, in my own opinion, actually find it easy to do this. What are the criteria for you getting the skilled worker visa? You need to get what we call certificate of sponsorship from an employer. Most employers have this certificate of sponsorship. Some of the employers have it, but they are not willing to give. Some are willing to give at a cost. It's like 100 people want something, but it's only 10 that can conveniently get it. What happens to the remaining 90? A lot of people are going through things. I can't begin to say the stories I've heard of what people have done in order to be able to change their visa status in the UK. Let's not even get me started on how much it costs. Recently, the government changed about last year, I think about April 2024, they changed the cost of immigration health surcharge. It's like a health insurance for you, and it's compulsory for you to pay. So for example, if you are applying for your postgraduate work permit, that's 2 years, you have to pay £1,035. I hope I'm correct. You can go and check. Please always fact check me from gov.uk. I'm just telling you what I know based on my experience and based on first-hand experience. For any information you want is always on the government website. So you have to pay £1,035 times 2. That is aside the application fee for the postgraduate work permit. So for one person, that's about 2,000 something pounds plus the application fee, which is about £800. So it's about going to like £3,000 for one person. So calculate it for a family of 5. So a family of 5 will be paying about 3,000 multiplied by 5 is going to be about 15,000, or let's just say 12,000 thereabout, because the IHS fee for the children is a bit less than that of the adults. But it is still very, very expensive. That is for 2 years. So when you eventually get an employer to help you with your certificate of sponsorship for your 5-year visa, remember you're transitioning so that you can get your ILR. That's some employer, if you are not on the health and care visa route, which the IHS is free, those, if you really want to do your dream job, because that is why a lot of people are going into care. Because if you want to do your dream job, you have to pay through your nose to stay there. I'm telling you, have to, aside from the fact that you have to look for the certificate of sponsorship by a series of interviews, you have to pay for it, and then you have to actually be sure to maintain your job for at least 5 years. So imagine you working on eggshell for 5 years. It is not easy. And this video is just to help people. Like, I feel like I'm a voice to a lot of people, because a lot of people are going through this and they are not actually coming out to say, okay, this is what they are going through, just so that other people that are coming behind or going to another country, because every country has its own peculiarity. I'm only talking about the UK based on my experience, so that you can know what it is. Don't say, oh, they gave me admission, and so because they gave me admission, they have to make it easy for me to be able to stay. Like, I was watching a video of one lady that was in one country, and she was like, I spent 6 years studying in this country, and when I eventually went to apply for their visa, they denied me. They didn't tell you they were going to give you their visa. You wrote in your supporting statement that you want to go back to your country after you finish your studies. So the thing is, people actually, is like you are trying to force yourself into the system, because in their own mind, they will prefer for you to come, pay that huge amount of money, and go back to your country. A lot of people are going through this, and my video is just for you to, for people that are coming, and also for people that are there. just for you to know that it's so, like, you are going through this. A lot of people are going through it at the same time. Eventually, everybody will come out on the other side. But what is the cost? To what costs? In terms of money, in terms of the time it will take, and aside that, the mental health of you sleeping and waking up every day for almost 7 years, still waiting for your indefinite leave to remain. And until you get it, you don't feel really settled in the country. The japa is not for the faint-hearted. I will tell you that for nothing. My own experience, I know that it's not for the faint-hearted. A lot of things have happened to people. A lot of things have happened in this process. And it's just more than the euphoria of I want to leave Nigeria, I want to leave Nigeria. You have to know what you're getting yourself into. I'm telling you, it is not an easy road. You know, when people are saying it abroad, they're like, oh, if it is not easy, come back. People have burnt bridges. People have quit. Do you know how long it takes to get a job in Nigeria? Or how long it takes for you to rent a house, to have to live comfortably. And then you sold your house, you resigned your job, and you come here, and somebody is still telling you that, oh, if it is not easy, come back. Come back to what? You are still there. You have the option of staying or calculating yourself very well before you embark on the journey. But somebody is here. The person is like not trapped, but coming back is going to cost him more money. And where is the person going to find the money? So you are like, oh, let me stay and work this thing out. That's what people are doing. So I don't know if I don't know what. To be honest, like I said, I'm just telling my own story, and this part of the story is always like in my mind. Like being in the UK for 3 years, for almost 3 years, every day you think about your visa status. Imagine thinking about your visa status every day, because on your BRP card is written there the date of expiry for your student visa. For if you're on postgraduate, is written there. Until you get your ILR, you are not at peace. Well, I'm speaking for myself. So please, if you're about traveling, know what you're getting yourself into. If you're in the UK, you are into it already. Let's just hope and believe. You know, let's keep the hope alive, because eventually people will come out from the other side. Let's keep the hope alive that yes, we'll go through this. Japa, in my own opinion, comes at a lot of costs. So people are going through a lot. Just tell somebody. I want you to put it in the comment section. You come to a country, you are working limited hours. Remember, you have to pay a lot of money to do your postgraduate studies. During your postgraduate studies, you work full-time, yeah, but all the money you save towards your COS. That's if you get the COS. Now, if you get the COS, you have to use all your money and probably need to borrow extra to pay. So some people will just, and some people have been affected so much, like mentally, it's beginning to affect every area of their life, because this is what they are thinking about day in, day out. What advice will you give to somebody in that situation? Go back home or work it out? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. I know a lot of people don't like talking about this, especially people in the UK. They don't like talking about this, but this is the reality of most people, I'm telling you. And if when we come out to share our experience, to share what we are feeling, it actually makes things better. So share your thoughts in the comment section, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe. In the next video, I'm going to be telling you how I was able to navigate that experience, you know, being in the UK, coming out of that situation, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.